Oh.
Morning, everyone. I am Becca Treston, and we are over at the stage, and we're about to start a series of talks this morning. So if you're looking for something to listen to, then you can head over to the stage. We're going to start off with a talk about making Morris Miners your own. We're really fortunate with Morris Miners, as you can see from the stage right here, that there are loads of them. And so it gives us the opportunity to have a bit of individuality. So I'm joined on stage by three lovely gentlemen who have all done little things or big things to their Morris Miners to make them a little bit different. So they're going to tell us a little bit about those cars. So we'll start at the end with David, because you're one of the more kind of modified examples on the stage, I think. So tell us about the Moggy.
I was kind of hoping I'd be last, I'll just copy everyone. But okay, so closer to the mic. Oh my gosh. So I've owned my car 10 years now. So when I bought it, it was already converted to a V8. I had to put it all back together, but then as time's gone along, I found 3.5 litres wasn't quite enough, and I've had to go up to near 7. But for me, it's always been, it's more about the sound and the convenience that you can always match any speed of any junction. It's a lot easier to drive, you don't have to really think. I'm obviously a bit more down the racing route, so I'm a lot more down the racing route, so for me, drag racing has been a big thing. I've been doing that for a good sort of 15 years. And because I had a Morris Minor as my first car, it was sort of the only route I could think of was to have a Morris Minor as a race car. And at the time, Morris Minors weren't a big on the drag racing scene anymore. Everything had gone more over to Fords and Pops and things like that. I mean, now, after this year with the Rat Mods at the pod, there's been a lot more. And this year on the modified stand, it does seem we have quite a lot more cars. I think we only have 2 V8s here today. Yeah, we had a few more yesterday. But yeah, it's just something different really. For me, it's the sound. I don't have to drive fast anywhere. I can happily put it along everywhere at 30, 40 and just listen to the sort of the V8 burble really. But yeah, it's just something different and something different to do.
And so you went for a Morris Minor as your base car because you had the kind of connection to it from it being your first car?
Yeah. So when I must have been about 14, 15, I needed a lift somewhere. And I had a friend that had a Morris Minor, and it was the most frightening drive of my life. We had to have the windows open because of the strong smell of fuel. Every turn we came up to, he was moaning that he was going to have to use the brakes and they're not very good. And I kind of came away from it thinking, I want this every day. Not knowing if you're going to get from A to B, or if you're going to have to make a diversion to fix it. Yeah, it was a lot more exciting for a 17-year-old to have something like that than, you know, Corsa like everybody else.
Yeah.
Just different talking point. And something to do at the weekends. You know, all my friends were out drinking and I was at home fixing the car.
Yeah, having money left over for drinking and any other vices is always an issue, especially when you're modifying and constantly tweaking a car. It's going to keep you off some of the difficulties.
Yeah, I think my parents are probably pretty pleased that I could always be found in the garage and that instead of at the pub or doing other illegal things. But the longer I've been doing it, I think maybe some of those things might have been cheaper, but no, I shouldn't be talking about that. Yeah, I just like the shape of the Morris Minor. It's got curves to it, you know.
Yeah, fantastic, thank you. We've got Mark here from the Scottish Morris Minors. Big cheers.
Thanks, thanks.
And Mark, you've got 2 very unique Morris Minors. Tell us about, we'll start with Ruthless, because Ruthless is here today.
Yeah, Ruthless is on the custom modified stand yet. I didn't actually build that as a wee concept car, somebody else did. But I've taken it on and made it my own. I just love driving that wee car. It's got no roof and we're 375 miles down. This weekend we've got 375 miles to go back up the road tomorrow, so fingers crossed for the weather. But yeah, it's a unique wee car. It annoys a lot of people because it is a genuine 1958 convertible. It has got a heritage certificate to say that it is. That Derek got that because he kept getting annoyed by people saying, "Oh, you've just dropped the roof off a saloon." So he went down and actually found that it was a genuine 1958 convertible. So I've changed it slightly this year. It's got a new engine in it, similar to pull the small teardrop caravan that I've got up at the campsite. But yeah, just love driving that wee car with no roof. So everybody should actually drive a Morris Minor with no roof.
So what engine have you switched into it?
It's got a 2 litre Fiat 131 Super Modifier engine.
And how's that different to what it had in before?
It had a 1275 in it before, and yeah, that got it from 0 to 60 fast enough. And when you've got a 60-year-old car with no roof, then doing 80 mile an hour is not the best idea in the world. So yeah, the Fiat gets me from 60 to 80 faster than. But yeah, no, it's just the engine's in for show, to look good in the.
And to pull the caravan.
And to pull the caravan, yeah. Not so much to go to 80 mile an hour.
And you've also got a fantastic pickup, which is what I first met you with. I think it's got a diesel engine in it now.
Yeah, got a diesel engine. The twin cam that's in roofless was in the one that was in the truck, and we pulled that out in 2019 as a mad exercise, simply to say that yeah, we could put a diesel in it, so we did. Yeah, I love the truck. Had the truck for a long time, and it's been a progression. It's been many colours, been shiny black, and then it was matte black, which was liked it matte black, but it was a it was a poor paint choice for taking it around the shows because everybody touched it, and being matte black, you can't polish the mats out, so it went 4 years around the show scene and being matte black, and then it started to rust, so we just sort of let it go. It evolved into what it was, or what it is. Gets a lot of looks and gets a lot of comments, and anything goes. I mean, the doors, probably you would have flung the doors away 4 or 5 years ago, but the last time I took it for an MOT, the guy said that definitely you need to put something on that. So to pass the MOT, we actually put some gaffer tape over the bottom of the doors, and he did pass it. He said get it fixed, so put some aluminium over it. But yeah,
excellent. And it's keeping them on the road.
Keeping them on the road, yeah. The truck's going to get the doors fixed because we were down in North Yorkshire last year, and the passenger door, the wind caught it and blew it right, and actually broke it, and it fell off. So we drove back 250 miles back up the road with the door ratchet strapped back on. Stephen was a bit afraid driving behind me because he says if that bounces off, that's coming through my windscreen. I says, well, if it bounces off, I'm not stopping to pick it up.
Catch it on the way past, absolutely. And finally, because we are running a little bit behind, Jan, if you could tell us about the patch and combo that you bring around to shows, that I think you've become pretty well known for.
Yes, the Mad Welshman, as some people are referring to me as. Yeah, so I've owned Patch, which is the turquoise coloured car on the young members stand over there, for almost 10 years. When I bought him, he was already that colour, already had the alloy wheels, already had the vinyl roof, but was completely standard 948 running gear. What I've done over time is swap all of that to 1098, including putting an engine in the day before a show and finishing it at 8 in the morning, being at the show 200 miles away later that day. And yeah, I use them all year round, all weathers. One of the many things I've done to him is whack a tow bar on him, and also I acquired a completely knackered shell of a two-door, and I cut the front end of it off and basically made a little caravan with a bed, heating, lighting, all that sort of thing, and it's much better than a tent, and that's what I sleep in, and loads of people don't understand. Oh, you sleep in that, mate? And it's like, yes. Oh, how'd you get in? Through the boot. Oh, there's no room. Oh, there is room. So yeah, that's basically Patch and Twitch.
Yeah, and why Morris Minors?
I don't really know. I just happened to buy one day, and I've had 6 or 7 since, and always kept Patch. They're just nice, they're just appealing, they're just pleasant little cars.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. You are all relieved of your duties, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the show. So thank you, and if we could give them a round of applause.
Thanks, guys.